Hey, Full Metal. Coming to you from the person who killed everyone with cats and someone who's never been in Full Metal before. Welcome to the team tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're facing Koho and his friend. That's nice. We're honestly just here to have fun and hang out with Koho some more. We do it every night. We get him screaming at us about our wrong opinions on the daily, and it's nice to actually put some fighting words in.
Yeah. I'm excited to be here. Like Adelaide said, I've never been in a Full Metal anything before, not even a classic. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. Excited to hang out with Koho, maybe slap him a couple times.
Yeah. Let's
right.
slap some Kohos and bitches.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Let's do this.
So, you can tell how green Spence is. They match the color of their turtleneck. That it is.
Okay, cool. Shut up. I've just been locked in a basement for 3 hours by Eli the Goatman Boatman. You're getting full heel Kaleb today. Okay, first let's start off with Adelaide Spence. Adelaide Spence is to putting stupid things on their head as Tom Hardy is to putting stupid things over his face. That's what Adelaide Spence is. Remember the bucket? I remember the bucket. That was stupid. Now the crown. The crown is stupid. And Cameron Redshaw. Let's talk about Cameron Redshaw, right? Okay. From Iowa, likes old movies. Cameron Redshaw is just the worst version of me. Let's be honest here, right? Because let's face it, I actually know who Michael Keaton is and that he played Porco Rosso, okay? And guess what? Adelaide, An American Tale is not called Fievel Goes West. Eli and Koho are going to make you both cry. So let's just get started and get this over with. I've got chicken in the oven.
Spence is the equivalent of human toe jam, Doc. You could do a lot better. Let's play.
I've got chicken in the oven. Line of the match.
Those were some interesting promos, to say the least. How are you feeling about this match, Andrew?
I'm doing good, Joe with the mustache. This is a match that I've actually been very, very excited for. These are two great teams, both of them with great chemistry and great knowledge as well. Koho and Eli, they've proven themselves in other matches. Koho also proving that he's one of the most improved players in the league. But then they're going up against Adelaide and Cameron. Adelaide's been doing pretty well recently. They won a classic match. They've been kind of proving that they're knowledgeable. And Cameron Redshaw is a kind of an enigma in Full Metal at this moment. And then you also have Eli McCaig, who's also a seasoned veteran. So you have the one team that has proven their worth against the one team that's brand spanking new.
I couldn't have said it better myself, so I say let's just introduce these teams. Introducing first with a record of 0-0, we have Adelaide Spence and Cameron Redshaw, Waterloo.
They're assholes.
It made me laugh, but also very much hurt my feelings. Let's play.
Fuck you, Porco Rosso.
And their opponents with a record of 1 win and 1 loss, Kaleb Koho and Eli McCaig, best in show.
Bucket.
Bucket for two. All right. Let's get into round one. Joe, you want to tell them how round one works?
Yes. Just get there real quick. Round one rules: every competitor will get 8 questions from 8 different categories. For each question, they will have 15 seconds to write an answer down. After time is up, competitors will show and say what they wrote. A correct answer is worth 1 point. If a competitor answers all 8 questions correctly, they will receive a bonus question. And although this is a team's match, round one is an individual exercise in your knowledge. There is no conferring with your partner in round one. And with that being said, are both teams ready to go?
Yeah, you hear that, Adelaide? You can't use Doc in this round. Once more into the breach. Let's go.
I just want to support my partner. Jesus Christ, Koho.
All right. Without further ado, let's get right into round one. Your first question in round one comes in the category of recent releases. What recent release stars Henry Golding, Hugh Grant, and Charlie Hunnam.
So I am starting a petition to make Henry Golding the next James Bond. I think that he would be perfect in that role.
I have never seen a James Bond movie, and Joe Fairley is on his way to kill me as we speak due to that statement.
Joe, stay back. 5.
Are you living with Joe Farrelly?
3, maybe.
I am so sorry if you are.
1. Pens down.
All right, let's go to Adelaide first.
The gentleman.
And now we will go to Eli.
The gentleman.
Over to Cameron.
The gentleman.
And last but not least, Koho.
The gentleman.
Clean sweep. Everyone hitting it. It is indeed the gentleman.
Well done, boys. And right, your next question comes in horror thriller. What decade does The Conjuring take place?
Have you ever lived in a haunted house?
No, but I have definitely been to some locations that I am pretty sure were haunted. I've had
One
some
of them
experience.
would, in fact, be this call right now.
Yes, exactly. The ghost of Brian Michaels is scaring us all right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let us start with Eli.
I said the 70s.
All right, and Cameron.
I also said the 70s.
And Koho.
Erase the 50s and put the 70s.
And Spence.
I was very wrong.
Okay. All right. So with that, Best in Show takes a 1-point lead.
All right, yes, the correct answer was indeed the 70s. Your question 3 comes in the category of biopics. What real-life actor does Kenneth Branagh play in My Week with Marilyn?
Are you a Marilyn Monroe fan?
So when I was Smee in Peter Pan, they put a fake mole on me, and I got the nickname for a bit in high school, Marilyn Monroe.
Freaking love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
We will start with Cameron this time.
I'm not sure, but it makes sense. Laurence Olivier?
That is correct. Going over to Koho.
Complete shot in the dark. Laurence Olivier.
Now we will head over to Adelaide.
I fucking love this movie, Laurence Olivier.
And finishing off for this question, we have Eli.
I just said the director of the film she's in.
Technically not wrong.
Hey!
All right, your next question, everyone, comes in directors. These are the ones behind the camera. Maybe they're the ones who directed My Week with Marilyn. Who directed the films How Green Was My Valley, The Quiet Man, and The Grapes of Wrath?
Now, for How Green Is Your Valley?
It is an electric lime green.
A very nice shade of green.
Yes.
And are your grapes wrathful?
Could you repeat that?
All right. Waterloo using their first repeat. The category is directors, and the question is, who directed the films How Green Was My Valley, The Quiet Man, and The Grapes of Wrath? Now, my grapes
the
are...
Oranges of Shame.
Ooh, you know what? The sequel that actually was somehow better than the original. Good choice. Good choice. I like that.
Tomatoes of Regret, not as fun.
You know what? When you get to the eighth in a film, eighth in a series, it starts to really die out. 5.
We saw that with Star Wars.
Yo, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Pens down. 3, 2, 1, pens down. Let's start with Koho.
John Ford.
And Adelaide.
John Ford.
Eli.
I said Frank Capra.
Okay. And Cameron.
John Ford.
John Ford is correct.
All right, gentlemen, and non-binary people, sorry.
Yeah. I'm included, barely.
There you go.
All right, your next question comes in the category of drama. Al Pacino plays football coach Tony D'Amato in what sports drama? Italian last names hate me.
D'Amato. It's like, no matter how you pronounce it, it's correct.
All right, I would like to challenge that joke.
Overruled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
We will start with Adelaide for this question.
Fox Sports movies. Is it Any Given Sunday?
That is correct.
Yeah.
We'll now go to Eli.
I apologize, Koho, for not getting it correct. I said the sidelines.
Over to Cameron.
Any Given Sunday.
And finishing up with Koho.
The first movie I apparently ever saw in a theater, which makes a lot of fucking sense. Any Given Sunday.
Did you
Too
see
much
it on a
sense.
Sunday?
Yes, I did, apparently.
Way too much sense. All right.
Way too much sense.
Your next category comes in sci-fi fantasy. 2004's I, Robot is set in the futuristic version of what city? Robots. Scary in this movie.
Robots are scary in general.
You know what? There's one at my local grocery store that's just got like these big googly eyes, but it's like a monolith thing. Terrifying. 5.
Are you in 2001?
3. Yeah, my the area over here is pretty dated. 2, 1,
Yeah.
pens down. Let's start with Eli.
I said LA, Los Angeles.
Okay. Cameron.
I also said Los Angeles.
Koho.
I too said Los Angeles.
And Adelaide.
Is it Best Picture winner Chicago?
It is Chicago.
Oh my god!
I was between the two.
So there is no perfect round. No one will be getting that bonus question.
Shame, because I worked really hard on that bonus question.
Not too bad. Your next question comes in the category of actors and actresses. Who has appeared in the following films? Cowboys and Aliens, Vice, and 2015's Poltergeist.
Ew.
No, poltergeist is not like some kind of disease, Adelaide. So there's no reason to say ew. It's just a natural human occurrence.
The movie's visual effects did make me physically ill, though. So
Fair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
all right, we will go to Cameron first for this one.
I'm hoping you didn't say actress because I wrote Sam Rockwell. Oh,
Okay.
no.
All right, going over to Caleb.
I would be in trouble with my manager, Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
Going over to Adelaide now.
Ignore me.
And Eli.
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Eli, there we go.
There we go.
I thought about getting a
Alright.
repeat because I wasn't sure if you said actor or
I heard
actress.
actress. That was my issue.
Yo, I've had that moment happen twice now, so I get it.
The question did not have the word actor in it. It just said who.
Oh.
The category
Oh,
was
so
actors and
fuck
actresses.
you, bar.
All right, you're welcome. Your final category is plot summary. Name the film. A young federal agent teams up with a local Irish cop, the best shooter from the police academy, and a bookish treasury accountant in order to take down the biggest threat to Chicago, Al Capone.
Oh, that's
Now, as opposed to the other biggest threat to Chicago, anyone who plays the Bulls.
Oh,
That was good.
well, anyone who plays most Chicago sports teams, unless
That
they're
was
against
really
Detroit, then Chicago will win.
Right, and you know what? Chicago's biggest enemy right now? Field goal
Mitch
posts. 5,
Oh,
4, 3, 2,
Could have had Pat Mahomes, Chicago.
1. Pens down.
sports reference.
Let's start with Koho
I believe that's the Untouchables.
and Adelaide.
It is the Untouchables.
Eli.
Bonjour, the Untouchables.
And Redshaw.
The Untouchables.
The Untouchables is the correct answer. All right. And with that, we're at the end of round 1. We'll be right back after this quick score count. And we're back after round 1. So after round 1, we have a score of Waterloo with 13 points, but not too far behind them is Best in Show with 11 points. We're going to go into round 2. Here are your round 2 questions. Joe, if you wouldn't mind dropping the categories into the chat for me. Yep, thank you. So, Your round 2 rules are: the leading team will decide to go first or second. The player going first will bet on either the colors of red or black. The wheel will be spun and will land on either a category or a color. If the color is spun, the team with the corresponding color will choose a category for themselves or their opponent, depending on who picked that color. If a category is spun, the team spinning can choose to take it or respin. If they respin, they will have to stick with it, whatever category the wheel lands on. From the category, the competitor will receive 6 questions worth 2 points each. Multiple choice is available, but that will reduce your point value to 1 point for that question. Opponents can steal the points available if the question is answered incorrectly. Joe, would you like to tell them their categories for round 2?
Yes, your categories for round 2 are 90s superhero movies, crime, taglines, Not Today's Satan, movies involving the devil, Gary Marshall, kids sports movies, disaster films, 5, 6, 7, 8, movies about dancing, action, musicals, geek Oscars, which is best in show strength, and directed by Billy Wilder, which is Waterloo strength, and then of course the colors of red and black. I believe Waterloo is in the lead, correct?
Yes.
Do you guys want to spin first or second?
Doc, just want to spin first.
I think so.
All right.
All right. And with that, do you want the color of red or black?
Always bet on red.
You were about to lose all of your points, but you saved yourself.
All right, let me bring up the wheel real quick.
Ooh, that is a wheelie nice wheel.
Really nice. Here is your guys' first spin.
No.
Disaster films.
I do not like that.
I'm not a big fan of it either.
All right, let's whoosh it.
All right.
Gary Marshall.
Sure. This will be
Okay.
fun. Doubt it,
All right.
but maybe.
Joe, do you want to take these questions in Gary Marshall?
Sure, let me just get down to them real quick. Gary Marshall. All right. Your first question in the category of Gary Marshall. In raising Helen, Helen Harris is given custody of her late sister's children. How many children is she given custody of?
Have you seen this?
I have not.
Have you heard of it?
I know of it, but I do not know the answer. I think probably multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A3, B4, C5, or D6.
Oh, we probably should use. Okay, whatever. I have a feeling it's not A, but that's the only thing I'm leaning towards.
5, 4.
Go
I'd
for
say
it.
4. All right.
Final answer.
4, final answer.
Going over to Best in Show for a 1-point steal.
Okay,
Your
absolutely.
options are A3, B4, C5, D6.
3 or 5, probably. I don't think it's 6.
I'm thinking.
You want to go 1 up or 1 down?
Because I say 1 down.
All right, 3, final answer.
I mean 1 up.
No.
Well, they already said final answer, so
Final answer, but 3 is correct.
Lovely.
Oh, well, shit.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Lovely.
I thought when you were referring,
A first, I don't
I
know if
honestly
it's a first, it might be a
thought when
mistake.
you were
Give the
referring,
team a
when
point.
you were saying down, I thought you meant from B to C.
All right.
Doesn't
Nicole
matter.
wants to go
though.
down.
Did anyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
Waterloo's second question. Your guys' question is, what is the name of the country that Anne Hathaway is the princess of in the Princess Diaries movies?
Genovia.
Yep.
Final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
Let's fucking go.
Your third question. Gary Marshall directed what film starring Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer?
Got an idea?
I think we should probably do multiple choice.
All right, let's go multiple.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, author, B, Frankie and Johnny, C, 2 Bits, D, Sea of Love.
Gotta
Hey,
guess.
let's ring a bell.
Nope. I've never heard of any of them. I just want to guess D. It sounds nice.
Sure.
Sea of Love. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Best in Show for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Author, B, Frankie and Johnny, C, 2 Bits, D, Sea of Love.
I think it's 2 bits.
I'm following your lead on this one.
Okay. C, final answer.
That is incorrect. We are looking for B, Frankie and Johnny.
Sure.
Your next
I'll say that.
Your next question. In Georgia Rule, who plays Rachel, Georgia's granddaughter?
Gotta guess.
Not particularly. Multiple choice.
Fuck you, Bar.
All
I
right.
didn't write this.
Your multiple choice options are A, Lindsay Lohan, B, Hayden Panettiere, C, Jessica Alba, D, Amanda Bynes.
Hayden Panettiere is the actual way you say it.
What a way.
Right.
What a name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you those options again, just
Okay. Thank you.
for it's A, Lindsay Lohan, B, Hayden Panettiere, C, Jessica Alba, or D, Amanda Bynes.
I don't know why. I'm leaning towards the one that Joe can't say.
I am too. I also don't know why.
I can't
Okay.
pronounce anything.
Let's go for Sky High alum. B. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Oh, I got
She's
him
not in
confused.
Sky High whatsoever.
I got him flipped.
All right, your options.
Give Best in Show these options, please.
If I give co-host joke, I might win.
Your options are A, Lindsay Lohan, B, Hayden Panettiere, C, Jessica Alba, or D, Amanda Bynes.
I'm thinking either Alba or Bynes. I actually kind of lean
I'm
Bynes.
thinking Alba.
You think it's Alba?
Oh, I think it's Alba.
How confident?
You want to, like, 50-50?
5,
I'll trust you.
4.
Jessica Alba, final answer.
All right, Alba, final.
Yep, that is incorrect. We were looking for Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, never mind. Would have been wrong no matter what.
It's always the one that no one says.
Waterloo, your penultimate question. What was Gary Marshall's directorial debut?
I'm really fucking hating this category.
I'm not a fan either. I know it's the last film. I'm pretty sure it's not the obvious one.
Want to do multiple just to be safe?
We probably should. Yeah.
All right, multiple choice.
So,
Your multiple choice options are A, Nothing in Common, B, Young Doctors in Love, C, Overboard, D, The Flamingo Kid.
I want to say D. I don't know why.
I'm leaning that or A, but I honestly do not know.
Do you have a preference of either of the two?
5,
Um,
3.
we can just go with
D.
D.
Final answer.
They said D.
That is incorrect. We will go to Best in Show for a 1 point steal. Your options are A, Nothing in Common, B, Young Doctors in Love, C, Overboard, D, The Flamingo Kid.
Do you want to take Doc's educated guess of A?
I mean, sure.
A, final answer.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Young Doctors in Love.
Fair.
Waterloo, your final
The
question.
other one I was thinking was Overboard.
I knew it wasn't Overboard.
Yeah, that's the one I
Okay.
Yeah. Waterloo, your final question. In what type of location are Tess and Griffin first seen in the film New Year's Eve?
Never seen it. I almost want to shoot for 2 just so they miss it, but I'm scared.
What are you thinking?
No, I literally have no idea. I don't
Oh.
know anything about this movie other than it's New Year's.
5.
I think we should still go multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Your multiple choice options are A, Times Square, B, a restaurant, C, a hospital, or D, a movie theater.
I want to say D again.
Honestly, my thinking is that a hospital seems so out there to not be right.
Sure.
4. 3.
Hospital, final answer.
answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, let's go, Doc. We got 3 points.
Fun fact, I've seen like 4 Gary Marshall movies. One of them came up.
I've only seen the Princess Diaries Never Born.
All right. So with that, Waterloo now has a score of 16, but anything can happen as we go into Best in Show's spin.
Congrats, you got 4 points in a round.
We got 3. Check
They
yourself.
got 3 points, and you got a 1 point steal out of that.
Makes it a 4-point. So
Here is your first spin, Best in Show.
give us geek Oscars, please.
If it does, I'm leaving.
And the wheel delivers.
Oh my God.
And the wheel delivers.
Spider Monkey, let's
Do
Here's
you
why
believe in
Andrew Martin
miracles?
was paid by Richard Nixon to rig this shit.
It's my curse. It's my curse.
I will bring your. I will
I'm
bring
sorry.
Your
I'm sorry. We should have brought you in, but also you're gonna.
Fuck both, man.
Yeah.
Suck your own dick and move
Yeah.
on.
I would like my manager to come. We would like our manager to come in to give us advice.
All right,
Yeah,
I will
just-
bring him in right now.
Beat these nerds!
Yeah, let's beat these nerds.
All right.
All right.
Hold
So,
on, Spider-Man.
Redshaw, just get your lube and just get your asshole ready because we're about to get fucked by this bitch who's never had sex in his life.
Okay.
I'm not
like
gonna
Joel-
say anything.
Like
in
Joel
response.
Schumacher, we have a very
All right. So, Best in Show, are you ready? If I have to ask. Okay.
once more into the pre-show.
I mean,
Let's just go over.
Okay. Your first question.
does Superman wear a cape? Yes.
All right. Your first question in Geek Oscars. How many competitive Oscars did Star Wars A New Hope win?
Okay, so it won.
Okay.
I think it's 6.
I'm following you. You're the Oscar kid, and I also can remember that. I know it got nominated for
It's
supporting actor,
competitive.
but it didn't win it.
It's competitive.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Your first repeat. How many competitive Oscars did Star Wars A New Hope win? And
Do you know how many it was nominated for? Because I know how many it didn't win.
I know Best Picture was one of them. Best Director was one of them. Best Supporting Actor was one of them. I feel like Visual Effects was one of them. Original Score was one of them. I can't remember if there were any more.
I know it lost 4, so I think it was nominated for 10, which would make it 6.
All right, I'm following your lead.
5.
6, final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
There we go. Just want to be sure. I'm not giving these nerds shit.
Hey, look, we're tied now. Close to tied.
Who is the only person to receive an Oscar nomination for a performance in the Middle-earth franchise?
Ian McKellen, final answer.
Ian McKellen, final answer.
2 points. Your next question is, what is the first film in the X-Men franchise to earn an Oscar nomination?
X-Men Days of Future Past, final answer.
2 points. Star Trek, the motion picture, earned 3 nominations. Art decoration, visual effects, and what else?
I believe it's Best
Oh, I
Original
have that
Score.
written down somewhere.
Pretty sure it's score.
I think so too. Yeah.
Best Original Score, final answer.
2 more points. All right. The next question. Here we go. What was the only Oscar that any of the Tim Burton directed Batman films won?
Best Art Direction is the category for Batman 89. Yeah, Best Art Direction, final answer.
2 more points. And just double checking something. Okay. And finally, what was the only nomination Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince received?
Best Cinematography, final answer.
For 2 more points and a clean sweep. We will be right back after a quick score count And we're back after that quick score count. We have a score of Best in Show, having a score of 24 to Waterloo's 16 points. But Waterloo is still in this, and anything can happen in the round, the third round, though round 3. Not grammatically correct, but whatever. Joe, you want to hit them up with those round 3 rules?
Yes. In round 3, there will be 1 question worth 2 points and 2 questions worth 4 points each. There is no multiple choice available, but there is also no stealing. A wheel will be spun to determine the movie for each question. Teams will have the option to respin only 1 time in round 3, so choose wisely. For the 2-point question, a coin will be flipped to see which teammate will answer. Both players can collaborate on the remaining 2 questions. If a movie has no questions remaining for a respective point value and a team lands on it, they will get a technical respin. The team behind will start answering questions first. Once that team ties or moves ahead of their opponent, the other team will get their first question. Each team will go back and forth answering the questions until a team is mathematically eliminated. And your movies for this match are The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, The Graduate, All About Eve, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Holes, The Bridge on the River Kwai, Missing Link, Sideways, Dumb and Dumber, and The Third Man. We will bring in the wheel for Waterloo real quick.
Let's flip their coin first.
All right. So Adelaide, Cameron, who's going to be heads and who's going to be tails?
I feel like I'm talking about Koho giving head this whole match. I should just get head.
All right, so Adelaide will be head.
I want out.
We suspended Man Henry for way worse than that, way less than that in terms of comments. So I don't know.
All right. And now I'm going to ask my trusty assistant Siri for help real quick. Siri, flip a coin. Siri says it's heads this time.
Oh, well, we're fucked. Sorry, Doc.
All right, and now we will bring in the wheel.
You on it, isn't it?
When Spence and I are on the call together, it's just a time. We're just having a time. Here's your first spin. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Sure, let's go with it.
All right.
All right. Since I gave Best in Show their questions, I will give Waterloo their questions for this round. Adelaide, are you ready for your 2-point question in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No, but let's go for it.
Who plays Jeannie Bueller?
Yikes. I don't know it. So I'm going to say the person who I studied for this. Catherine Deneuve, final answer.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Jennifer Grey. Jennifer Grey
right,
of
yeah.
Dirty Dancing.
We love dance movies. Would have preferred that in the wheel. But no, New Year's Eve.
Is that not the movie you watched last night?
Nope. We watched a good movie.
All right. So with this, Waterloo has to hit both of their 4-point questions in order to tie the match.
Yeah.
So, Joe, bring up that wheel.
All right. Your first 4-pointer, unless you want Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you guys want to keep it or spin again?
How you feeling, Doc?
I mean, I feel good about most everything I've watched, and yeah, so I feel good about it.
All right. I'd say let's go for it then.
All right.
Okay. All right. Your first 4-point question. Aside from the tickets, why does Rooney's car get towed?
Think it through. I got your repeats for you.
Well, it's parked in front of a fire hydrant, but I thought that's why it got the tickets. So, but I think that's what they're looking for.
Go for it.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, just so I can think about it.
Aside from the tickets, why does Rooney's car get towed?
And just part making sure it's 4 repeats for teams matches, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think I should just go for it because
Go for it.
I can't imagine what else it could be. Because it's parked in front of a fire hydrant. Final answer.
For 4 points.
Okay.
There you go.
The other reason was because he had so many unpaid tickets. That was one reason. The fire hydrant was the other reason.
For some reason, I thought he got the tickets for the fire hydrant. So I was like,
well, that's why he got the tickets. But
okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, all right. So, with this, Waterloo has one more 4-point question. If they hit it, they tie best in show, sending it over to them.
All right, here is your spin. Missing link. Do you guys want to keep it or spin again?
This is the one I feel the least confident on because we have the least notes on it.
Well, we've got a respin, so we should probably just use it then.
Do you think so?
Well, how do you feel? This
Oh,
one.
I'm not feeling very good, but again, I think it's just whatever. Let's just respin it.
Well, let's respin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ferris Bueller.
We got the question, you dick.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, all right. Sorry, Redshaw, you're spider monkeying.
All right. Waterloo, are you ready for your final 4-point question in Dumb and Dumber?
Sure.
All right. Besides the dead bird, what 2 other things did Lloyd sell to Billy in 4C?
Take your time. I got your repeats for you.
I think we just got one.
We got 2.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's your third. You have one more. Besides the dead bird, what 2 other things did Lloyd sell to Billy in 4C?
Talk it through everything, Redshaw. What are you thinking?
What I'm thinking is honestly, I'm struggling to remember anything about the bird.
Okay. Think other things. Just like why? Think about the character. Like, does it come up later in the movie?
It's just briefly mentioned the one time when Lloyd is telling Harry what he sold.
4.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's your final repeat. Besides the dead bird, what 2 other things did Lloyd sell to Billy in 4C?
Got any guesses?
I'm struggling. It sold like everything they had. I don't think Lloyd had a car. No, he did not. No, of course he didn't. Well, shoot. I don't think I got it.
4.
A couch and a bicycle. Final answer. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
And your winner, Eli the Showman McCaig and Kaleb the King Koho, best in show. The answer we were looking for was baseball cards and a stack of marbles.
Sure.
That was a really great game. Joe, do you want to talk to our unfortunate second place finishers first?
Yes, I will talk to them real quick. So how are you guys feeling? Tight match. Round 2 just didn't go your guys' way from the looks of it.
Yeah, it's almost like every team we play gets their strength or something.
It's kind of my curse over in multiplex, so it's just kind of it's fine. It's frustrating though because I thought those Geek Oscars questions were really easy, and the reason why we went first is because we were trying to snipe that away from them.
Yeah.
If
we went second, we would have hit it. We would have hit 10.
Yeah.
This would have been a different match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing because like
we've all been there.
Those Gary Marshall questions were rough, and they obviously didn't know some of them either. So it's like it's all around 2 basically, and also that Dumb and Dumber detail is I watched it today. And that's like one of the few details I did not write down, and I'm paying the price for it. So.
And hey, I missed a 2-pointer, which didn't change the match, but we shouldn't 50-50 for the strengths was a little rough. We should have put more. I should put more effort into studying the deep cuts, but we couldn't have survived with that round 2.
Okay. on a lot of days, 20 points will typically win a match. So don't hang your heads. You guys fought very competitively. Is there anybody you guys would want to play next after the tournament wraps up and everything like that?
I mean, I got somebody, because I made a promise to one Jay Burns, because he fucking hates losing. And as a official loser, I wanted to throw him a bone and see if I could face him. I mean, we'd probably beat him. Be a lot of fun. But it'd be nice to play Jay and give him another match. And who knows, he might win.
All right. Any final words from either of you guys real quick?
No.
Fuck Gary Marshall.
That Penny's way better. That's all I have to say.
And Rob.
I can't support you on that one.
All right. We'll see you guys around. And our winners for the match, Kaleb and Eli, Best in Show, and their manager, Caleb Boatman. His name on screen got me mixed up on his actual name for a second. How are you guys feeling?
I'm going to tell you an old Russian proverb that my grandma, Vitruvius Marianne Boatman, used to tell me. A man forced to carry a boulder up a mountain still has an easier job than carrying Adelaide Spence Cameron. Look, Redshaw's a great player. We all know it. Redshaw, ultimately, everything I said in the promo, he's legitimately great, and he's a force to be reckoned with. But ultimately, he had to carry Adelaide. I'm just messing around. My boys here, to use Koho's term, they're great. They killed it. They ran through Geek Oscars. They didn't need to play round 3. They did exactly what they had to do. And ultimately, I don't know who's next because I don't understand how this seeding works. But whoever it is, get ready.
I'll also say I feel pretty good about how we played. We got our strength, so that obviously helps. And that we didn't get any of the mixed bag portion of Geek, which was the thing I was most worried about. Not worried because that's all I really had to study for it. But it was basically getting like a Phantom Oscars round, and that felt really good. I was excited about that because that's my bread and butter. It's very open. That's like my 10. So getting that felt good. I almost got a perfect round 1 in Full Metal, so hell has frozen over. If I had just written Chicago, like my first instinct, I would have had that perfect round. That's the only thing I'm really kicking myself over. But yeah, no, I'm happy me and Eli were able to pull this one out. I think we played really solid, and I'm ready for whoever's next.
All right.
And to comment on what Spence said about me not having to answer any of the questions in round 2 and Kaleb able to just zoom through it. Look, when you have someone like Kaleb who knows all of the Oscars in almost everything, there's really no need to say anything when I know for a fact Kaleb knows it. This is his bread, that's his butter. I'm just going to sit back and let him enjoy proving how smart he is.
If you have a jackhammer and you have a bazooka and you need to destroy a house, you can use the jackhammer. The jackhammer still has a purpose, but we're going to use the bazooka if we have one.
So are we getting confirmation that Caleb's new nickname is the Bazooka?
That would be cringy and something you'd find on MTFO, but that doesn't matter. Koho and Eli
I think I lived up to the
here. They're a force to be reckoned with.
All right.
Get ready.
Around.
Wow!
Those were some words. It was a great match. How are you feeling about that match, Andrew?
Man. Yeah, Waterloo showed that they actually are a really good team. They just got stuck with a category that really was not in their wheelhouse. It happens to everyone. But Best in Show proving that they're also a really strong team, and that anyone who goes up against them better not have anything to do with Oscars because they're just going to run the table.
Exactly. So, any final words before we get out of here?
No, this was a great match. This was a fun match. I think the people are going to really enjoy watching this this match. And wherever you're watching, have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. I need to get going. My casserole is burning. Not a joke. So from Best in Show, from Waterloo, from our line judge, Brian Michaels, from Andrew Barr, from myself, Joe, this has been Full Metal Teams, and we will see you next time.